Hi everyone, this is a guitar lesson for Paul McCartney's new song, Confidante. It's off the fabulous Egypt Station album. If you're watching this video, you probably know Paul wrote this song as a love song or a tribute to his acoustic Martin guitar. You may also know he has performed this song live, unlike some of the other songs off Egypt Station. Some smaller gigs. I think the one I saw was filmed at Abbey Road Studios. So if you're interested, you could watch Paul play this with the full band on acoustic on his Martin guitar and see that. As a disclaimer, I'm not a professional guitarist. I'm not a professional guitar teacher. I'm not technically proficient. So if you're expecting a very detailed note-for-note lesson with chord diagrams and theory, music theory, this is the wrong place. I'm really just a solo guitarist. My version is going to be the way I would perform this live by myself, just with my Taylor acoustic guitar, which I'll say, if you're a purist and you're upset that I'm not playing a Martin, I'm sorry, but I didn't buy a new guitar for the lesson, so this will have to do. But if you're interested in just a version that I think is very close to what Paul's doing, may not be exact, this may be helpful to you. If not, put your own lesson on YouTube and we can all look at it and learn. But this is the way I play it. So let's go right to the lesson. Most important thing about playing this song, I believe, is the tuning. It's in drop D tuning, pretty standard acoustic guitar tuning. I think Paul did that intentionally for a love song to his acoustic guitar. So it should sound like that if you're playing a D chord. And drop D tuning, that's not a tuning lesson, but drop D is simply dropping or lowering the top 6 string, the E string, from E a full step to D. So the 6th string should sound like the 4th string, both open in D. So again, a full open D chord would be like that. As far as the chords go, again, this isn't a guitar chord lesson. They're very simple. There are really 3 main chords. Starts with D, goes to G, and I play the G. I don't know if you can see it. It's probably hard to see my hand. I'm just playing it with the B note, 5th string on the 2nd fret, and the 2 1st string and 2nd string at the 3rd fret. Everything else is open, so that's the way I play it. Many variations of these chords. You can play it however you like. That's the way I'm going to play it. So we got D, G, and finally an E minor. And with open D, I just play my E minor. I just move the regular E minor from the 5th and 4th string on the 2nd fret. I think most people play it that way. I just move it up to the 6th and 5th string, and it sounds like this. You could play it other ways, and you could add the 4th string if you wanted, but I like the open ring. So that's it. So we got D, G, E minor. That's essentially the chords. There's a variation chord towards the end of the song, which we'll get to. As far as the structure of the song, it's basically in 5 parts. If you want to call them verses or parts. They're all very similar, but Paul, I think the genius of Paul McCartney's songwriting is he varies each of the parts, so none are exactly the same, but they're all similar. So we'll kind of go through that. And we'll start the introduction. So the introduction is just strumming a D chord in drop D tuning, and then there's a little bass run. So it sounds like this. So all that is a D chord, a regular standard D chord, and the little bass descending run is 3, 2, 0. So 3, 2, 0. Plays that multiple times throughout the song, and again with some slight variations. I play the run with my thumb. You can play it with whatever finger you like. I don't think Sir Paul plays it with his thumb, based on what I could see on the video. But whatever works for you is fine in my book, and be comfortable and play it with whatever's easiest and most comfortable. So that's that again. One more time. So you got that. That's the intro. First verse is really just D to G, and very simple. And then he holds a G. Played for you throughout the day. Back to D. Told you every secret thought. Back to G. Unlike my other so-called friends. again, that's really just D, G, and you hold the G, and you know, if you listen to the song, you'll get that. And then he ends with that intro riff twice, and he goes into the second part, which is very similar to the first part. Starts exactly the same way. The D, in your reflected glory, I could dream of shining far off lands. That's all the same. Then he goes to the E minor for the first time. Where serpents turn to bits of string to G. Played like kittens in my hand, back to D. So that's it, that's the second part. Then he goes into the third part, there's no riff in between, but he just changes it. Instead of going D to G, he reverses it and goes G. He starts with D to G, now he reverses in the third part to G to D. So anyway, I probably confused that. It goes like this. That. In our imaginary world, back to D, where butterflies wear army boots, back to G, stomp around the forest, chanting long lost anthem, long lost anthem. All right, so all that is again G. Now we're going G first to D, G, and then D, long lost G, long lost G. I mean, the interesting thing is now he's doing that little bass run 3-2-0 in the G chord as opposed to the D chord. So again, it's long lost G, D, D, G. Then he does, or the band, somebody plays a guitar solo, acoustic guitar solo, and there's a keyboard solo after that, which I'm not going to cover either of those. The chords, the rhythm guitar stays the same during that part. And then he gets to what I'll call the fourth part of the song, which is similar to the second part. It just goes, he used to be my confidant, my underneath the staircase friend, E minor, but I fell out of love with you, G, brought our romance to an end. So that's that. And then we come into the last full part of the song before the outro. He adds one different chord here to, I think, again, to spice it up and vary it off the D, G, D, G. It's an A chord variation, not sure what it's called technically, but I'm just playing an A chord without the fourth string. I'm leaving that open, the D note open. So I'm just holding down the third string and the second string on the second fret. So it sounds like this, if you just play it. Very pretty sounding chord, so if somebody wants to tell me what it's called, I'll call it an A over D because you have the open D note, but I'm not sure. But it sounds like that. At least that's what I hear him playing, some variation of that. And then he goes to D, so he just plays that to D. So it sounds like this. I played with you throughout the day, told you every secret thought, and like my other so-called friends, E minor stood beside me as I fought to G. He stood beside me as I fought. Intro riff twice. You used to be my confidant. And that's the outro. So that's the whole song. I think it's a beautiful song. Have a lot of fun with it, and thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.